Hey, it's been a while. I've been back to the States for about 2 months now, just taking time off to settle in, eat home food, and get used to regular life again. This video introduces the newly built ADU that came together while I was away. It's been a long time coming, and I'll walk you through everything from the layout to the building process. If you're curious how it all came together and what's next for the channel, stick around until the very end. Let's dive in. Welcome in. This ADU is 1,000 square feet with an open kitchen design to make the most of the space. It's a simple rectangle, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, nothing crazy but super functional. The kitchen came fully furnished with new appliances. We originally wanted an electric stove but ended up choosing a gas one for performance and probably longer lasting. One thing we really focused on was natural light. Placing windows on both ends of the home helps open everything up. I don't remember what the floorings are, but they are waterproof, non-slippery, and super easy to clean. Almost every corner has built-in storage like double shelvings in the closets and overhead cabinets. Just trying to make the most of every inch. Washers and dryers are tucked right here in the hallway. Now let's check out the bedrooms. This is my grandma's room. We kept it minimal with adequate spacing. The closet is right behind the laundry area, and the room has got a nice window for light and air, plus an AC unit right above. Next door is my parents' room. They've got a great view, street facing with lots of trees. The closet here is big enough for even a full-size bed and other functional design for little John, I guess. Here's a peek at my dad's wine collection. He's been slowly adding to it. We've actually been looking for a living room cabinet / wine cellar combo with LED lights and glass doors. Something that will vibe with the rest of the space. Something like these. But the thing is, those products don't come with a very strong base. What I mean is like solid wood that can go for a long time without breaking down. And next we're gonna head to my room. It's on the opposite side of the house, which I love since I'm usually up later than everyone else. It looks small on camera, but it feels bigger in person thanks to the 9-foot ceilings. For any new build, I would definitely suggest this kind of 9-foot ceiling. It really opens things up. Each room has its own AC unit, which I prefer that over a centralized air HVAC system. The closet's right next to the entrance, and I really appreciate the double shelving for extra storage. Right next to that is the bathroom. It shares the same design as the hallway one. We went with porcelain tiles for that clean and sleek look. It would have been cool to tile the full walls, but budget-wise, it made more sense to go halfway. We got a smart bidet, love it, and a 24 petite sink. Budget ran a little tight when it came to vanity choices, I guess, but it still works great. On the opposite side, the landscaping's not done yet. I'll touch on that in a bit, but one of my favorite things is when I look outside, there are no houses. Instead, I get a view of these trees. It's actually kind of therapeutic, especially in the morning or at sunset. We've only lived here for about a week and it already feels like home. The transition though was kind of hectic. There was a ton of stuff in the garage that needed clearing. New furniture was arriving, old stuff needed to go, boxes everywhere. It was a process. And the crazy part is before I left for Vietnam, there was nothing but the foundation. Then 2 weeks in, construction started. I would get photos and videos sent, but it was hard to visualize how the space would actually feel like. Sitting in this ADU, sitting literally on top of this pile of dirt that you see here, is the position of where my chair is situated now. And now, I'll share to the best of my knowledge. Here's how it went down, beginning with the most boring stuff. It began with paperwork, site inspection, getting permits, and meeting to discuss with contractor. Multiple times, by the way. That took around 2 to 3 months last October. That means January was when we actually saw them, got to work and make changes to the backyard. Then came groundwork, the digging, laying water lines, electrical, and waiting on inspections. The foundations wasn't poured until late February, right before I left for my trip. And then while I was gone, it all happened. The framing, drywalls, doors, cabinets, floorings, light fixtures, it was all being decided remotely. We had to keep up the communication or else we would have ended up with a generic layout. Some of the smallest decisions, like using glass on the upper cabinets or going with granite for the island and countertop, ended up making a big difference. One last thing we're still waiting on is the electric grid setup, which can take from half a year to a year. Has anyone dealt with a long wait to get fully detached and set up with separate electricity? If you have had similar experience, drop a comment. I'm curious how common that is. But once that's done, they'll pour the concrete for the yard. It's kind of in limbo at the moment, unfinished space outside, but we're getting there. I've heard stories of others having to wait much longer, so feeling blessed for sure. I've got some new stuff coming to the channel. More videos on health, daily routines, small changes that actually make life better. Simple, real life content, nothing over the top. Lately I've been slowing down, not traveling as much, just spending more time at home, out to my next steps and what I actually want to stick with. It's a different kind of season for me, and I'm okay with that. If you're in the middle of change, of a reset, new developments, or trying to build something that fits you, I hope this space can be a part of that. If that resonates with you, drop a comment, like the video, and I really much appreciate you for being here. More videos soon. See you in the next one.